The CEO of the most hyped tech company on Earth just admitted his $200 per month subscription loses money on every single customer. Not a little bit of money, not will break even in the next quarter. He is effectively handing you a $5 bill every time you ask the bot to write a poem about your cat. Yet Wall Street just valued this company at a staggering $500 billion anyway. Welcome to the AI bubble, where we went from a cool chatbot to a $7 trillion gamble in less than 24 months. It's a world where the math doesn't matter, the burn rate is glorious, and the people writing the checks are staring at a hockey stick graph drawn by someone who has clearly never played hockey. We are currently living through the most expensive vibe check in human history, and why the people writing the checks might be in for the rudest awakening since the 2008 financial crisis. November 30th, 2022. Just a regular Wednesday. Engineers were debugging, cold brew was flowing, and the internet was, well, the internet. Then OpenAI dropped ChatGPT. Within 48 hours, the world was obsessed. It reached 1 million users in 5 days. 2 months later, 100 million users. To put that in perspective, Instagram took 2.5 years to hit that number. Facebook took 4.5. ChatGPT did it in 60 days. Inside Google's headquarters, it was an absolute meltdown. We invented this technology. The research paper has our names on it. Then why is the world using ChatGPT and not Google AI? Because we were too scared of lawsuits to release it. Google scrambled, panic-launching Bard, which immediately hallucinated, tech speak for completely making things up, in its very first demo. Microsoft saw the blood in the water and threw $10 billion at OpenAI. Amazon started dumping billions into Anthropic. It didn't matter if you were a dog-walking app or a grocery store. If your slide deck mentioned neural networks, VCs were screaming, "Shut up and take my money." But here is where the magic starts to look more like a financial mullet. Business in the front, Ponzi in the back. When OpenAI launched ChatGPT Plus at $20 a month, did they do rigorous market research? Did they analyze the cost per query? No. Their pricing strategy was literally test two prices, $20 and $42. See which people complain about less. Pick that one. It was a $500 billion valuation built on pure vibes. By 2024, the numbers started to leak, and they were ugly. OpenAI's revenue was a respectable $3.7 billion. Their losses? $5 billion. They didn't just fail to make a profit, they lost more money than they actually made. Every time you pay your $20, you are participating in a subsidized reality. It's like the dot-com era all over again, where Webvan spent $1 billion building a grocery empire that collapsed like an overcooked souffle. Or Pets.com burned millions selling dog food at a loss just to scale. Why is it so expensive? Enter the GPU shortage. These little circuit boards became more valuable than gold or oil. NVIDIA became one of the most valuable companies on Earth, and their CEO, Jensen Huang, started wearing leather jackets to conferences like he was the Mick Jagger of semiconductors. Startups don't need one chip, they need thousands. Renting a 500-chip cluster costs $36,000 per day. That's over $1.1 million per month just to keep the lights on for a single model. And while the companies are bleeding cash, they are hoarding GPUs like doomsday preppers stockpile canned beans. People were literally smuggling chips across borders like they were $100 bills. The industry forecasts are even insaner. To keep this dream alive, AI infrastructure will require $6.7 trillion by 2030. For this to be a good investment, the AI industry needs to generate $2 trillion in annual revenue by the end of the decade. Current revenue, around $200 billion. That is a 10x gap. When Sam Altman was asked when they'd become profitable, the answer was effectively 2029, maybe, or 2031. And if the revenue doesn't hit $100 billion, then we raise more money from Microsoft or Saudi Arabia or a really optimistic pension fund. It's the Enron playbook updated for the 21st century. Enron used mark-to-market accounting, counting chickens that hadn't even hatched and might not even be chickens. They signed 10-year contracts and booked the projected profit immediately. OpenAI is doing the same with human progress. They're booking the intelligence of the future to justify the bankruptcy of the present. And then the cracks in the code started showing. Google's AI told users to put glue on pizza to make the cheese stick because it learned that from a Reddit joke. It's hard to charge $500 billion for glue pizza. The lawsuits arrived next. The New York Times, Getty Images, and thousands of artists all asked the same thing. Did you train your AI on my copyrighted work? The AI company's answer was, yes. You scraped the entire internet without permission and used it commercially? Well, when you say it like that, it sounds illegal. This is Theranos territory. Elizabeth Holmes sold a one-drop-of-blood miracle that didn't work, assembling a board of 4-star generals who didn't understand the science but loved the vision. OpenAI has the hype, they have the visionaries, but if the miracle is just a high-speed plagiarism machine that loses $5 billion a year, the vision is just a very expensive hallucination. So if the math is this bad, why hasn't it popped? Because this isn't 1999. In the dot-com bubble, startups had 0 revenue and 17 foosball tables. Today, the AI bubble is being funded by big tech giants that actually print money. Microsoft, Google, Meta, and Amazon have buy an entire country if we're bored money. They're not investing because AI is profitable. They're investing because they're terrified of being the next BlackBerry. It's a high-stakes poker game where everyone has unlimited chips. If Microsoft folds, Google wins. If Google folds, Amazon wins. No one blinks, no one folds. Everyone just keeps raising the stakes. Historically, bubbles pop for 3 reasons. The money disappears, a big embarrassing meltdown happens, think FTX or Lehman Brothers, or the giants finally say enough. Right now, we're not at the explosion. We're at the tightening, the inhale before the scream, the tension before the snap. Your $20 subscription isn't paying for a service, it's buying you a front-row seat to the most expensive game of chicken ever played. To understand the AI bubble, think of it as a super-fast car driving toward a cliff. The driver is shouting about how wheels are the future, the passengers are busy taking selfies with the speedometer, and the guys who built the engine are quietly checking to see if their parachutes are packed. The car is beautiful, it's revolutionary, but eventually you have to find out if it can actually fly, or if it's just a very heavy piece of metal about to meet the concrete.